Welcome to the Webster Central School District. We're glad that you've joined us for this presentation by our students and staff. In the event of an emergency, proceed to the nearest illuminated exit shown around the audience space. Please take a moment to silence all electronic devices so that our students and audience members can experience the event free from distraction. Thank you for familiarizing yourself with our etiquette listing located within your program. We appreciate your efforts to model proper decorum regarding a concert, play, or other public gathering. Enjoy the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Krista Quick, one of the assistant principals here at Schroeder. And just a quick reminder, those guidelines that were referenced in that message are on the back of your program. If you haven't taken a look at those are just a way for us to honor the hard work of all of our musicians and our directors. So thank you again for being here. This is our night of jazz, and we have a featured artist, Herb Smith, working with our kiddos. We've heard them working this morning and this afternoon. They're sounding great, so you're in for a great show. And without further ado, we'll get started. Thanks.
all for coming. This is great. These kids are just everything. How about another hand for these kids? But the big hand goes to the teachers. I'm up here, I'm waving my hands, you're like, wow, Herb is awesome, but all the work was done before I got here. Right, so another hand for the teachers. Look at Mr. Ellington right here. Yeah, so it's a fantastic situation, and the program that you have here with all the children playing in the music just is a wonderful thing. I mean, you kind of may be used to it, but like a lot of schools, a lot of districts don't have this type of great program here. So it's really fantastic for me to be here tonight. Yeah. So now we're going to do a tune by Hi. I think you're going to like this next tune. His name is Duke Ellington. You say Duke, say Duke. Duke Ellington. And this is one of my favorite tunes by Duke Ellington. He wrote a lot of music that depicted things in New York City, and when he traveled, different sounds of instruments and things, and sounds of machines and things in his music. So this next tune, Caravan, is one of my favorite ones. And this actually is a song that I totally grew up listening to, which this is way before your time, but they seem to like it, which is great. Little Huey Lewis and the News, right? The Power of Love. Stand up.